Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Thursday, June 2nd, 2016. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and hot on a Thursday. Beautiful weather out there, I have to be honest with you. Absolutely gorgeous. Traders is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading. And traders, please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Alright traders, let me introduce myself to you. Got a lot to do today, a lot to talk about. My name is William Gilley and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're looking at this in London, just go back about 12 candlesticks and you can see where I started the presentation. Traders, I started trading Forex in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. And traders, about 9 days later, I got on the Big Bird, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my career. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here in Thailand and absolutely loving Asia. Yes, it's a great place to live, and it's also a great place to trade Forex, as the time zone is just really great. Up early in the morning, you get a couple of good breaks during the day, and then, by 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, you're done for the day. Monday through Friday, absolutely great stuff. Traders, let me explain how I trade just a little bit. I'm a pullback trader. I like to watch a currency pair make a move. I wait for the pullback, and then I enter the trade. And I use Fibonacci tool a lot, not because I have anything that's so great about Fibonacci, but so does everybody else. So we want to, stay with the trend, and of course we want to do what everybody else is doing. So we sort of are biased to that Fibonacci tool, and you'll see it on my charts every so often. So what I do is I listen to fundamentals. It's taken me a long time to learn about fundamentals, and I'm still learning every day about fundamentals and how to react to fundamentals and how the fundamentals affect us as traders, right? If we're in a position, how do we protect ourselves? And it just takes some time to learn that, and it's just listening every day. I pay for a news feed that's on all the time during my trading day, so I know what's happening out there. I'm very aware of the situation in the world because we're macro traders, right? We trade the globe. We just do not trade one currency pair. We trade, the world, from a plane crash to interest rate decision, whatever, it affects our trading. So you have to be aware of that. However, I'm a technician. I really like analyzing charts. I love looking at candlestick patterns. It tells a story of price action, support, resistance, price structure, price failure. All that stuff is just so important in your trading. And I come up using these two fundamentals and technicals, and I come up with a trade plan. And after my analysis, I make a trade plan, and I put my trade plan into action. And if price doesn't come to me, I don't chase price. You know what? I'll just trade a different pair, or I won't trade. But that's part of discipline, and you have to be that way in trading. So that's just a little bit about myself, and you can always email me if you have any questions. All right, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Remember, when you click that button on your mouse, to sell or buy, you're putting risk out there. You have a potential of losing that trade. Okay, and traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Meaning that if you're on a demo account and then you go to a live account, say 6 months later, yes, you're going to see a change in your trading for sure, because your eyes are going to be glued to that profit and loss box instead of your candles and your charts and listening to fundamentals, right? Because your hard-earned money now is on the line. Okay, and trust me, as a trader, we all go through it. We've all done it, and probably some of us are still doing it. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it's just part of trading. So don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Capital preservation is the key to success in trading. You have to be able to trade another day. Okay. All right, let's talk about some news and commentary. Let's see how the How the markets closed on yesterday: the Dow 30 closed up 0.01%, the S&P 500 closed up 0.11%, the Nasdaq closed positive 0.08%, and the small cap 2000 closed positive 0.70%. Green day on Wall Street at the close, however, very barely, just very, very barely, we've had that reaction. Let's take a look at what happened over in the Eurozone. The DAX closed negative 0.57%, the FTSE 100 closed negative 0.62%, and the CAC 40 out of Paris closed negative 0.67%, with the Eurostoxx 50 closing negative 0.88%. Traders, let's come on over to Asia. Some of our countries have not started trading yet, as it is early in our trading day. However, the Nikkei 225 is trading currently, and it is negative 1.77%. And the S&P ASX out of 200 out of Australia is currently negative 0.36%. The China A50 out of Shanghai closed yesterday 0.62% negative, and the Hang Seng closed negative 0.26% also yesterday, as our friends of Seoul, the Kospi, which is currently trading, is negative 0.10%. Traders, let's go over to the economic calendar. Quite a busy day today, I have to tell you. In today's Asia session, we have retail sales out of the Aussie today. So they're expecting 0.3, previous was 0.4, so looking at a down notch on that, but that data comes out in about an hour. So also, if we go into the London session, we have construction PMI out of the Great British Pound today, which should rattle the markets a little bit, I would think. And also we have deposit facility rate out of the euro, and also interest rate decision out of the euro today. We're not expecting any change there. We don't think ECB President Draghi is going to do anything with that. And then, of course, we'll have his press conference after that, as usual. That's usually pretty market moving. In the U.S. session, we're pretty busy. We have ADP, non-farm employment change today. And then we have ECB President, like I said, Draghi speaks also today. We have initial jobless claims. They're expecting 270K, and previous was 268. So they're looking for an uptick on that. And then we have Bank of England Governor Carney speaks today, and that is a high-impact news event also. So, yes, we also have Bank of Canada Governor Pulitz speaking today. Quite a busy day. And then we have our crude oil inventories today. So, yes, definitely have to be on our toes today. Keep an eye on our economic calendar and be aware of what's going on with that. What's going on in the news and what's happening as far as commentary goes as well. You know, Brexit continues to be the topic of discussion, and I don't know if the market's really reacting to it anymore. I think the market's getting bored with it. You know, they have a new poll out every day, and you know, when they're saying they have a 26% chance of them leaving the European Union, it's like you have got to be kidding me. Like, that's newsworthy. You know, 26% chance of leaving. That's not good odds. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere, folks. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere. I don't know if that's good or that's bad, to be honest with you, because I've never lived in that part of the world, so I have no idea. The other thing is oil. Oil is still on the top of people's minds, and OPEC meets today. And we don't expect much out of OPEC meeting today. Iran is still not going to participate with caps on how much oil they produce on a daily basis. But OPEC does meet today. They're hoping to come up with some solution to this and get a cap on oil. We don't see it. And what we're seeing now is we're seeing oils in this range between $48 a barrel and to $50 a barrel, and that's fine. And I think it's probably going to stay there for quite a while. I don't see it going way down or going back up. I think we're going to stay in this range, and I think OPEC's okay with that. I think the oil countries are okay with $50 a barrel. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on those two issues today. That's really the headlines as far as that goes. Let's head over to the charts. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. You know, this inched up yesterday, and quite don't understand why, but it did. And now we're at resistance, and you can see I've got 1.1191 to enter this, to sell it, like now, like it's time. But there's a couple of things on this chart I don't like. One is I don't like the exponential moving averages that are pointing straight up, okay? And you know, this is a great place to sell, and we have a lot of indecision candles here at resistance, which is great. But we also had a lot of indecision candles getting up to this point. So it's telling us a dual story here. One is saying, listen, you can sell me here, but also, you know what? We can continue to climb into the 1200, 1250, 1225, right, range of price action and price levels. So if this breaks 1200, I would expect this to go to 1250, and continue to the upside. So we'll see. This could be a waiting for um, ECB President Draghi to talk and all that sort of thing. So I think a lot's leaning on the euro today. So we'll keep a really good eye on it. Should be a pretty good volatile pair today to trade. Just be out of your trade, or at least to break even by the time ECB President Draghi speaks in the New York session. All right, this is Great British Pound. What a great trade that worked yesterday. Absolutely worked to the pip yesterday. Really nice. And we're back at it. And I've got a pretty aggressive pullback. I want this to come back up to the R2. And you can see the green line on the chart being the 200 exponential moving average. I want this to pull back up to this 45.53, and we'll resell it back down to 44.39, which is a daily pivot point, and the 55 EMA. So, I know the pound doesn't like to give pullbacks, but we need something because we can't sell here. We're going to sell right into support. So we need to get some kind of a pullback here. So we're hoping that will happen as we are pretty newsworthy with the pound today in the European session. So hopefully we'll get an entry here sometime before New York Open. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Not a lot to talk about with the Aussie dollar. They have a lot of data coming out today. But the big one is the retail sales. That comes out in about 45 minutes. So, we'll keep a really good eye on the Aussie. I think they're going to get a good number out of retail sales, to be honest with you. They've had some pretty good numbers lately, so I'm expecting this to pop up. And if it does, that's fine. If it goes to R1 at, 0.7295, you know what? We'll sell it there. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I want to sell it, but I don't want to sell it here, right? We want to sell this if it needs to get back up to that daily pivot at 0.7255. Because we come right back into support. We got a 55 EMA and then a 200 EMA. So we really want this to give us a nice pullback. But we're not going to do anything until this data is released, right? We're not going to touch anything until about 40 minutes after the data is released, and then we'll make a decision on whether we're going to enter into this trade or not. But I'm bearish. Bias is bearish on the Aussie dollar. Okay. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie there. This is yesterday's chart. Not a lot. It's just floating around here. It really hasn't done much. It hasn't made a decision what it wants to do. I think the key to this chart is that we've closed above the 200 exponential moving average, which tells me there's a good chance that this is going to go up to 1.5500 and then stop. So this has a potential to go for 95 pips to the upside before it decides to turn down, and that's fine. But I really don't want to sell this here. I would like to see this go back up to 5,500, and we can sell. And that's about near the R1 reversal pivot point on the top of the chart. So, this is a really nice pair to trade. I really enjoy trading this pair. We just have to wait for it to get in position, and it's not there yet, folks. It's not ready to play with us yet. So we just have to wait and see what happens here. Look at these candles. They're really small and they're very indecisive. There's a lot of indecision candles there, so let's not do anything. We'll just wait. And like we said, we have Aussie data coming out. Here's a Euro Yen. Looking for that pullback. I don't know if we're going to get it. I placed the Fibonacci tool on the chart today just to get an idea what was going on. And I like this 123 area. You can imagine how many orders there are out there for people to take the sell part of this Euro Yen at 123. And I'm in that boat. I'd like to see that happen. So I'd really like to see this pull back and pop up to that 123 level, sell it at the 200 exponential moving average. And it's also the 50% Fibonacci of the swing, right? Of the current swing. So, this is going to be an interesting trade here. But my bias is to sell, right? We want to sell this pair. We don't want to buy this pair. I don't even want to count a trend buy this pair up to 123, right? We're just going to let it do its own thing and get there on its own. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Quite interesting. This is just inched its way higher. Yeah, I don't really have. I'm not sure how to react to this. This is inched its way higher now, for a week, and dairy numbers came out yesterday, which was good. And we're in this. Now we're in this sort of sideways thing, but folks, if you look at the 200 and the 55 moving averages, there's separation and angle there to the upside. I'm not really ready to do anything with the New Zealand dollar. I think we're going to leave this on the side today, just let it be, and we'll take a look at it when we go into next week and see how we're going to trade this. But I'm really not looking to enter the New Zealand dollar today. We're just going to let this do its thing and ride the wave. If anything, this would have to close below the 55 before I'd even consider taking a trade here. So this would have to make quite a big move for me to do that. Now, there's some data that can happen here, right? We have oil inventories today. We have the Aussie data is coming out in Asia today. So we have a lot of reasons why this can move. But as of yet, we haven't seen anything that I'm willing to jump in on. Of course, my bias is to sell this pair. I don't want to buy this pair. Okay. All right, traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. I want to thank you for joining me today on a Thursday, June 2nd. 2016. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL Excellence in Trading, have a wonderful trading day, and please come visit us at our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, right on time today, 15 minutes and 15 seconds. Great time. Okay, traders, have a great one. We'll talk to you in about 24 hours. Take care now.